Well, everyone, you're probably trying to figure out if you're actually trying to go ahead and keep your Wi-Fi on or off depending on your particular iPhone or Android that you have. Now, I will tell you that there's a lot of advantages and a lot of capability between having your Wi-Fi on and your Wi-Fi off. But between an Android and iPhone, it's kind of interesting because if you have your Wi-Fi off on your iPhone, I feel like that actually causes more annoyances than if you have your Wi-Fi off on your Android phone. There are lots of Apple products that kind of rely on Wi-Fi, things like your Apple Watch and even different devices across those that end up requiring some sort of Wi-Fi connection. So if you completely turn off Wi-Fi, things like AirDrop and sometimes your Apple Watch, things like that, they may not completely work to the best of ability for your particular iPhone. On an Android, if you turn off Wi-Fi, it doesn't cause as many issues or as many annoyances, not necessarily problems, but that can be something that might end up being a little bit of a turnoff for some people. But I will tell you, so there's a lot of advantages of turning on or turning off Wi-Fi. Now, for one, turning on Wi-Fi or keeping Wi-Fi on, you don't really have to go through and toggle these things on and off all the time. You don't have to go through and worry about, is my Wi-Fi on, or if I'm on data. There's a lot of people who probably don't want to use too much data if they're not on an unlimited plan. And by turning off your Wi-Fi, I've been in so many situations where I just come back home and I kind of forget to turn on Wi-Fi and I'm always just burning through so much data. That happened to me a few years ago, all the time. Luckily for me, I don't have to, we have unlimited data now. But if you don't have unlimited data, you may just want to make sure that you're very diligent on turning your Wi-Fi on, or you maybe just want to just keep your Wi-Fi on at all times. Now, on top of that, with your Wi-Fi on, you don't have to worry about turning it off, turning it on, and it will automatically connect to the Wi-Fi signals around you. And another big thing is that depending on your Wi-Fi connection, most of the time, if you actually end up going through and actually, enabling and turning on your Wi-Fi, you can get the fastest internet depending on your specific service. Also, if you're in the basement somewhere or if you have a really, really bad signal, you can pretty much just turn on your Wi-Fi and that might end up, kind of fixing a lot of those service issues. Now, turning off Wi-Fi, there are some advantages of basically turning off Wi-Fi completely. Now, the first thing I will tell you, as far as I know, and one of the biggest things is that you can actually save battery. Now, this can be a pretty big deal for some people. And if you actually want to go through and save as much battery as possible, you may just want to go ahead and basically just turn off your Wi-Fi connections, and that might end up fixing the problem for a lot of people out there. Personally, for me, as I mentioned before, literally just going through and just turning off your Wi-Fi can save a little bit of battery. And it's funny because for a lot of times, if you actually go through and enable low power mode, you may actually end up seeing that basically turning off Wi-Fi is one of the things that low power mode actually kind of suggests. So that might be another thing that you may want to just keep your eye on and just see, that's just one thing I've seen time and time again. So turning off Wi-Fi is another thing that might end up kind of fixing the problem for you. Now, if that doesn't end up working, you can go through and if you want to go and turn off your Wi-Fi, it's a big advantage because like I said before, you can go through and save a little bit of battery. I've also heard in some instances, now I don't know if this is 100% true, but if you have your Wi-Fi on, that can sometimes cause some radiation stuff or whatever. And if that is a concern to you, then you may just want to go ahead and basically turn off the Wi-Fi there. That's another thing you can do as well. So ultimately, I don't think there's a clear winner here, whether you have Wi-Fi on or off. There are obviously advantages on both sides, but I will probably tell you, in my opinion, I usually just keep my Wi-Fi on my iPhone. But if I have my Android, if I usually have them, I'm usually not turning on Wi-Fi, off or on that one either. So that's basically how I see it. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.